Hello, OCCAMDAO family and friends. This is Gabriel, aka Boss Baby, and today I'm going to talk about a wonderful news that was released yesterday, and it's all about the distribution and staking of the native token of the OCCAMX DEX, and that is the OCX token. Okay, before we talk about this wonderful news, I'd like to take this opportunity as well to remind the whole community that the OCCAMDAO team is actually still recruiting for new faces who will join the OCCAMDAO Ambassador Program. Okay? So, if you are passionate and if you'd like to contribute to the growth of the whole OCCAMDAO, all you need to do is to fill in this ambassadorship application form. I'll be putting this link in the description below for your reference. Now, as I've mentioned earlier, we will be talking about that update about the OCX token distribution and staking as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there was actually a nice Medium article that was released yesterday, and I'm going to discuss it to all of you. Okay, let me read it. So it says here in this article that the time has come, the much awaited launch and distribution of OCX tokens has arrived, and the whole team would like to thank the community for their patience and support and understanding despite this unpleasant market condition. Now, as promised, the launch of OCX token will be accompanied by the introduction of the OCX staking feature. But before we get into that, let's briefly review the overall OCX token campaign. Now, the OCCAMX DEX is powered by the OCX token, which, during the campaign, users could earn by contributing to the OCCAMFi ecosystem in specifically 5 unique ways. The first is staking the OCC tokens on the OCCAMRaiser platform. Second is liquidity mining the OCC/ETH pair on Uniswap, or the OCC/BNB pair on PancakeSwap. Third is delegating to the OCC Cardano stake pool. Fourth is holding the OCC token that runs on the Cardano network. And fifth is providing liquidity to the OCCAMX decentralized exchange. Now, the total amount of OCX allocated to stakers, liquidity miners, POCC delegators, and holders of the OCC token that runs under the Cardano network, the total amount of OCX allocated for these people is 30 million OCX tokens. Now, it's important to take note that there's actually a vesting period of 12 months. Okay? Tokens for stakers, liquidity miners, and delegators to the POCC Cardano stake pool, Cardano stake pool is actually vested. Now, if you like to check on the final OCX campaign calculation, I'll be providing a link. I'll be putting that link in the description below. Now, let's mention number 5 as well, which is all about providing liquidity to the OCCAMDAO DEX. Now, it's important to take note as well that liquidity provision for the OCCAMDAO DEX has its own separate allocation of 15 million OCX tokens, and any tokens earned this way are not subject to a vesting schedule. So in other words, those who provided liquidity to the OCCAMDAO DEX will have all of their OCX tokens. Now, let's talk about the OCX distribution. There are several distinct groups of beneficiaries with regard to this distribution plan. Some of these groups are subject to a standardized vesting schedule, which we alluded to above and will describe here for clarity. First, we need to understand that users will initially receive a 5% unlock of their allocated OCX tokens. Secondly, following the initial unlock, there will follow a 2-month cliff period. And third, after the 2-month cliff period, OCX tokens will be distributed to all users monthly. So that's from January 2023 until December 2023. So that's for a period of 12 months. Now, let's talk about OCC stakers and liquidity miners. Now, OCX distribution for stakers and liquidity miners will take place in several distinct phases. The first of these will reward those users who have been contributing since the public inception of the OCCAMRaiser platform. So this refers to our early stakers and liquidity mining participants. Now, the token distribution for OCC stakers and OCC liquidity miners will start on the morning of the 26th of October 2022. So we are going to always refer to the UTC time zone. Now, the total OCX allocated to OCC stakers amounts to 15,900,000 OCX tokens. Now, 4 million OCX tokens is being allocated to liquidity miners. Now, you always have to remember that on the 26th of October 2022, an initial unlock of 5% will be distributed. Now, further unlocks will follow the standard distribution plan, and that's the one that I've mentioned earlier, which is going to happen from January 2023 until December 2023. Now, you also have to take note that the distribution of these tokens to stakers and liquidity miners will take place via airdrops to EVM addresses in the MILKOMEDA blockchain. So what this means, ladies and gentlemen, is we have to make sure that our MetaMask has already added the MILKOMEDA Cardano C1 network. And if you guys have not yet done that, I'm actually gonna put a link in the description below. It's a detailed article on how to add the MILKOMEDA Cardano C1 on your MetaMask. And once you have added that network on your MetaMask, you will definitely see your OCX airdrop. Now, let's talk about the OCCAMDAO DEX liquidity providers. Now, our liquidity providers have been diligently providing liquidity to the DEX for months, providing the stable trading environment we have come to expect from the OCCAMDAO DEX. Liquidity providers on the OCCAMDAO platform will be able to claim all the OCX tokens they have earned through their various trading pairs on Wednesday, the 26th of October, at some time after OCC stakers and liquidity miners have received their share of tokens. Now, like I mentioned earlier, for liquidity providers on the OCCAMDAO DEX, there will be no vesting schedule. In other words, they will claim all of their tokens. Now, let's talk about the POCC delegators to the Cardano stake pool. Those who delegated their ADA tokens to the POCC staking pool during the campaign period will have also earned an amount of OCX tokens relative to their time delegating and amount staked. Now, it's important to know that the distribution of the allocated 10 million OCX tokens to POCC delegators will occur on the 26th of October 2022, at some point during the evening after the stakers and the liquidity miners and the liquidity providers on the OCCAMDAO DEX have received their tokens. Now, let's talk about the holders of the OCC that runs on the Cardano network. Now, for Cardano holders, for the holders of the Cardano native token version of OCC, Cardano holders will need to submit the address that holds their Cardano OCC tokens. Okay, so there's actually a form that's provided here, and if you actually click on that, you will see that you will be asked to provide your Cardano address that holds your OCC tokens, and you also have to put in the amount of OCC tokens that will be rewarded to you. Now, it's there's actually a reminder here that OCC Cardano holders will have to submit their details to this form by the end of 2022. So that's before the end of this year, at least. And that's to make it sure that they receive their OCX tokens. It's also worth noting that for Cardano holders, the minimum allocated amount to receive the tokens is $10 worth of OCX tokens. Addresses with allocations under $10 worth of OCC tokens, OCX tokens, will not be distributed to. Okay. Now, the distribution for the Cardano holders will start from Thursday, the 27th of October, and this is also similar to liquidity providers on the OCCAMDAO DEX. So the good thing is they don't have a vesting. They will be receiving their tokens with no vesting schedule. Now, again, the total allocation to Cardano holders is the total allocation to Cardano holders equals 100,000 OCX tokens. Now, let's talk about OCX Staking. And this is actually what was promised to us last month. Now, the team is actually thrilled to confirm that OCX single token staking will be available from the outset. Users will have the option to stake their OCX token as soon as they receive it. And this will allow our stakers to passively earn more tokens while we are on a bear market. Now, this feature will allow our users the ability to passively earn OCX with a few simple clicks on the OCCAMDAO interface, and will be augmented through a buyback program that uses a percentage of fees from the OCCAMDAO DEX to buy OCX tokens from the market for regular distribution to OCX stakers. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is another wonderful news because there will be a buyback program. OCX tokens will be bought back, and in return, it will be distributed to OCX stakers. It's mentioned here as well that the OCCAMDAO team has been collecting these fees since the OCCAMDAO platform went live. And for the dedicated OCCAMDAO staker, this means two things. So the first is DEX fees will be used to buy back OCX at regular intervals. And second, the first few epoch of staking should be particularly strong with regard to OCX token earnings due to the previously accrued fees present in the buyback pool. The first staking epoch for OCX will begin at 6 p.m. UTC on Wednesday, 26th of October 2022. However, the staking interface on the OCCAMDAO DEX will be available before then, and users will be able to stake their OCX tokens in advance. Now, let's talk about the final good news here, and that's actually about the OCX/ADA liquidity mining, and this is something new. With the arrival of our native OCX token comes the OCX/ADA pair on the OCCAMDAO DEX, and at 6 p.m. UTC on Wednesday, 26th of October, in parallel with the new staking and liquidity mining epoch, OCX/ADA farming will become active. Okay? So OCX/ADA will naturally be our most rewarding pool, having a high weight assigned to it from the outset to reward those who help provide stable liquidity. So remember, the more liquidity provided to the pool, the lower the APR percentage. So make sure you stake early to enjoy maximum rewards. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, family and friends from the OCCAMDAO, this is definitely a wonderful news to the whole community, and it's really a great achievement for the whole team, because as you can see, they are constantly building despite a very unpleasant market condition. And as I've already mentioned before, a lot of projects die, they do not survive during this market condition, but the OCCAMDAO, the OCCAMDAO team still continues to work hard, and they continue to provide value for their whole community. And to our friends who are a little bit concerned about the price of the OCC token, my advice to you, ladies and gentlemen, just remember that we are in a bear market, and almost all projects and almost all coins or tokens are in a much lower value. We just actually have to wait for a better market condition, and hopefully that will be after the 2024 Bitcoin halving. Well, don't take my word for it, but that's what I know. After the 2024 Bitcoin halving, I believe the whole market will recover, and a lot of projects, especially projects like OCCAMDAO, will definitely perform because, again, this team is legit. This team really cares for the whole community. They constantly build even during difficult times. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family from the OCCAMDAO, once again, this is Gabriel, aka Boss Baby, and thank you so much for your time. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you next time. See ya!